Welcome to Mercury Farms for a new Let's Play, Episode 1, with me, MrSealyp. So the big question is, how do I start off a new Let's Play? I missed a few things off my first look as well, so I need to cover all of those in this first episode. I've started off episodes moving money across, I've started off episodes or Let's Plays where I've been on a hunt for family, where I've inherited property, where I've done all sorts of stuff. It's like a bit like the back to basics, no bells and whistles. I haven't brought any money with me, nothing like that. I don't have a storyline or anything to go with at the moment. But what I have done is sold some equipment. I'm not left with a huge amount of stuff, but that was kind of the whole point. I've kept the voucher, I've kept the Optum, got a few bits of equipment, I've kept the combine, and I've got one of the trailers. I've got the small cultivator, plough, seeder, and the small water tank. I bought myself a toolbox. The toolbox I've put over at the it's called Mercury Farms. Now this farm itself, when you come up the road there from the main road, it says Mercury Farm. You've then got Mercury Hilltop Farm, you've got Mercury which one is the other one? We'll get to them all. The whole point is it's like a farm estate, they're all combined. First job though, let's get all this sorted out. I know I did it in the first look, but now someone did say, left a comment saying what should happen is as you do those you lose a bit of money, so it makes you think more about when do you upgrade, when do you put stuff in, because to be fair, if you built a shelter or a barn, you'd have to get a placeable and you'd pay for it to put it in. So there is some logic to that, I get it. My comment back was one step at a time. Jim's managed to get this to work, which is brilliant. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. I think then allocating a financial cost to that makes it a little bit more complicated. So let's get this one done. Now I may well at some point come back and change the shed. The house, and obviously that's going to be kept, and so is the storage point. But this shelter and maybe this one over here I might well change at some point, I don't know. I'm going to need seed and fertiliser and stuff, so that's going to stay. So first job, I'm going to whiz down to the main store. This is what I'm thinking. I did this a lot on Sussex Farm and I love doing it, and not everyone's going to like it, and that's up to them. Like I say, everyone plays their maps differently, starts their maps differently. I've got 124,000 in the bank. What I loved about Sussex Farm was the ability to be able to do haulage jobs. I'm kind of treating this a little bit like, although yes, we have got a farm, we have got 3 fields, one of them being here, I think field 11 is it? Yeah, field 11 directly behind us here, which is withered. Can't do anything with that, that's going to be ploughed in. None of the fields on this map are ploughed, so any fields I decide to do are going to need to be ploughed in. That's not a problem at all, I get that. I'm just trying to work out. Yeah, I mean, I've got an established farm. I've got 3 fields, I've got some farm buildings, I've got some equipment. So I think on FS19 I'm going to give it a go. I've never played hard mode on FS17. I think on release, I think I'm going to go in at hard mode. We've got to build your way up. That being said, it depends, because if I start off and I find that it's a grind and it's going to be one of these hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of gameplay before you get anywhere, that may not work out, but we'll see how we get on. Let's go and grab the voucher. Now the Optum is at Mercury Hilltop, and I've already done the barns and stuff over there. I took the liberty, because what I was intending to do, Mercury Hilltop is that way. No, is it on that hilltop? Or that hilltop? I can't remember which way it is. I think it's that way, isn't it? It's over on that hilltop over there, I think. Yeah, you can just see the house through there, I think. My intention was to live in that one, and this be like the main farm that I don't technically own. So I may well still do that, I don't know. Haven't really decided. That's the beauty of this. It's a new map. I'm going to carry on Lone Oak Farm. That absolutely is carry on because I've got contracts and stuff to finish on that. Upper Lusatia is my decision-making point now, simply because that was a back-to-basics series to show that you could do stuff with small vehicles, etc., etc., and you can make money and you can build your farm up. Well, I've been doing that. I've been doing field work, I've been building up machinery, I've been buying tractors, I've done, you know, we've done greenhouses, we've done silage bales, we've done, you know, pretty much everything. I've got a potato harvest and a couple of cornfields that need to be done. I've harvested fields, I've seeded, I've done all sorts of stuff. So I'm not sure really how much more to do on that. And I know it's kind of, now this is out, running 3 maps might be a little bit tricky, but I just feel that I want to put a lot of time into this now, on the run up to 19 coming out. And Upper Lusatia did what it needed to do, you know, it was... Oh, hang on, there should be a trailer here somewhere. That's one thing I missed, and I said that yesterday when I did my first look map tour. I'm seriously out of practice because I forgot certain things. One thing I normally show is where vehicles respawn to, and they respawn here at the back. I found that because I thought, right, I've sold one of the trailers, the other trailer I will respawn. If it respawns back to the main yard, all well and good. If it doesn't, I'll come and collect it. Well, this is where it respawned to. So if at any point, for any reason, you need to respawn a vehicle, this is where it's going to come to. Fantastic news. Now, this is where my dilemma is. I think I'm going to start off on transport. Transport and haulage. I'm probably going to get some fields ploughed, so I'm going to get a tractor on that and get that going, to get some ploughing done. But I'm thinking, that's what I want to start off by doing. Now I'm going to have to start off leasing, because I haven't got enough money to buy a tanker and buy a truck. So I'm going to have to lease to start off with. Now this first episode is kind of going to be a tester, really, because I don't know how this is going to pan out. What I do know is that I need a tanker. Now I could go with, there's a Joskin big Q liner somewhere. I think you can have the water one under animals if I've still got it installed. Yeah, the Joskin Q big liner, which is 32,000 litres. That's 38,000 to buy. There's the Lizard water trailer, which is only 9,400 litres, and that's part of that BDF frame pack. And then obviously you've got a couple of small ones. There's a small water trailer. We've got the in-game one, which we've got one of those already. But I'm thinking as well, under miscellaneous, we started off with one of those fuel tankers, and I got rid of it. It's only 3,750 litres. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a multi-tank, because I'm going to start off with water. I don't have enough money. So that 60,000 litre one is 25,000. For the Q big liner is 38,000 for a 32,000 litre capacity. So this kind of makes more sense. Front semi-attach, yes. Attaches, I'm going to have a rear one just in case. Main colour, we're going to go, you know what? I'm going to go MrSealyp pea green. I'm going to, wide tyres, rim colour, black. Fantastic. I'm going to, do I lease or buy? Nope, I'm going to buy it. Let's buy that. The truck I'm going to lease. I'm not going to get a fuel tanker yet, because I'm going to do some water first and see how that pans out. I need to get to a point where I've got, I think, to fill up a fuel tanker, was it 118,000 or was it 180,000? I'm trying to think now. On Sussex. See, these could be a little bit different. I'm not too sure. So then it comes to truck. I'm going to have to lease until I can afford to buy. Now I can start off with something small. I don't need a lot of horses. It's not overly hilly, which is nice. It's really good. That's only 125,000. But then to lease it is 10 grand. Whoa. What about that? The Tatra Turno. I used that on Upper Lusatia. 9,500. Not a huge amount of difference, really. Oh, I might just have to bite the bullet and go with the 10 grand, I think. How much is that one? The in-game man. 13. Wow. Crikey, that's a lot of money, isn't it? The slot count is phenomenal. 1,049 slots. I think on Lone Oak I got down to 30 something at one point. Let's go with the Agrotruck. We'll go with the price is going up. No, we'll go with the 480. I don't need it to be any more than that. 4x2, 4x2. We'll go by we'll go 4x4. Trelleborgs doesn't really matter, does it? Let's just go with 4x4. Standard, added lights. Yeah, because it looks great. And I'm going to go MrSealyp green. 10,057. Hopefully we're going to make that back. We'll see. Fingers crossed on all of that. So, outside, we have our first investment. We've invested in the tanker, and we've got our truck leased. At some point, we're going to buy one. So we're going to gradually build up to this, 86,000. So what I'm going to do first of all, if I can get in it, we're going to go get some water. And then we're going to go and sell some water. We're going to supply the livestock market. We're going to supply the garden centre. I think those might be the only two places we can take water to. I'm not too sure at the moment. I don't think there's a water point at the BGA, but we can certainly have a look around. We can certainly have a look around. That's the plan. And like I say, there's a couple of things I want to show you there. Hilltops up there, up that little slope, on top of that little hill. That's what I'm loving about this map. I love these sort of sweeping landscape. You've got all these little hillocks, like hilltops in different places. You've got a sweeping valley either side down towards the livestock market. It's fantastic. So we're going to head down to the water, little reservoir. What I'm thinking of doing as well, the same as I did in Upper Lusatia, I'm going to do contracts for farmers on their fields. We'll make a bit of money doing that. I'm not too sure how much the fields cost. I don't think they're too expensive, so I missed that off as well. I looked and said, yes, the contracts are available, but then completely forgot to look at field prices. So yeah, I missed a few things off. It happens. Now what I'm trying to work out is there a lane or a track here? I think there is, isn't there? Because I think I went across the grass, which was a bit naughty. Shouldn't have done that really. I'm also thinking, now we've had a couple of new mods, what I'm going to do as well, it's kind of not no holds barred, it's not a let's go mad and do anything we want, but we're on the last couple of weeks now leading up to 19 coming out. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at, we had a couple of new mods out yesterday, absolutely fantastic. So I think I'm going to incorporate them into this if I can. I'm going to use the fort strip. Oh, I don't want to drive over that pipe really, do I? That was a bit silly. Okay, let's go down a little bit here so we don't really damage it. Bit of a bump. Right, I hope this works because I had a couple of comments left, people saying they couldn't get the tankers to fill up. So, yeah. Next point of note, these two gold nuggets. A few comments as well left saying, I can't get them. How do you get them? You don't need to. Fool's gold, they're there to bamboozle you and confuse. They're not part of the 100. As far as I'm aware, from what I've also been told and from what people have said, the 100 are all attainable on foot. There are a couple that are thrown in as kind of, I don't know, just to confuse you, I guess. So, let's get back to this. I really hope this works, otherwise it's been a waste of money. Let's wait for the water level to come up. Okay, it's working. Now, Jim did say that should fill the 60,000 litre. It should fill a tanker before it starts to recede again. This fills up very, very quickly. If you're not sure, if you haven't seen any of my Let's Plays where I've used this before, this is part of the liquid storage pack by Bdbssb. There's a liquid storage facility plus there's a couple of tankers, and there's a smaller fuel one, and I think there's a small water one as well, like the Aquatrans, but it's 8,000 litres rather than 7,300. So there's a few different things in the pack. What I'm going to do now is head straight away down to the BGA. Now I don't know, the other thing I'm going to need to test out is whether or not I can come back to the reservoir and do that again as many times as I want, or whether it will only let you do it in one cycle. If it only lets you do it once kind of per day. This is Mercury Farms. Was that another route through? Mercury Farm. Whether or not it might be a little bit of the kind of save, log out, come back in again. I don't want to do that, to be honest with you. It feels heavy. It feels heavy. So, next thing I want to point out when I get a bit further down here is something else I missed. And I apologise profusely for missing this out. I was just too excited. I was enjoying going around doing the first look and I completely missed it. And I feel dreadful. I really do. So, let's just pull over here a second. Off the road. Jump out into the road signs. Here we have Stevie Patton's farm. Now, you may be watching that going, wonderful, Stevie Patton's farm. Good for Stevie Patton. Absolutely good for Stevie Patton. When I was on Sussex Farm, Jim ran a competition. I helped him judge it. The competition was how you use your placeable areas, because Jim always puts placeable areas on his map, and I know a few different people do. A lot of people will change their farmyards and add stuff in. So the competition was send in your pictures to Jim's Facebook page of your placeable areas built up as a farmyard or whatever you want it to be, and we went on and we went to judge them and see which ones we thought were best, most creative, that kind of thing. The winner would get their name immortalised in Jim's next map. Jim and I were both in agreement. We had a top 3 of our favourites. Stevie Patton was the winner. So Stevie Patton got his own farm here on Mercury Farms, and it's up this little lane. Very nice little farm too. Stevie Patton is over the moon. This has also got your little buttons you can press to build things, and so he gets his barns and things built up. But this is Stevie Patton's farm, which means he can create wherever he wants here. He's very good at his placeable creations, and he's going to expand his farm out from here. But congratulations, Stevie. It's nice to see it in reality. I know when I got the first on Spectacle Island and there was MrSealyp farm, I just was beaming from ear to ear. It was just amazing. I mean, for me it was great because Jim showed me the MrSealyp brewery and stuff on Sussex, but when Sussex originally released it was only on PC. So whilst I knew it was there and it was fantastic, and I had all these little pictures that Jim had sent me thinking, that's incredible, I'm in a computer game. It was only once it came out on console and I got to actually play it. You think, I'm playing on a map, on a computer game, with my name in it. But that's just mind-blowing. If you've been playing computer games, you know, since you were however old, for me, years, it's fantastic to see your name on a game. It's like, that's brilliant, you know. I made it. I made something of myself. Kind of. So, if we swing in here, the water is just to the side here. If I've got this right, if I've got it wrong, this is going to be a disaster. Now, on Sussex, I used to make about 20,000 per load. Don't know if that's going to be the same here. I have no idea. Right, the unload symbols come up. Let's unload. We're already quids in. Whoa, this is nice. 37,000. I'll take that all day long. So we're delivering, like, oh no, I was going to say Deliveroo and, you know, Uber Eats and things like that, but that's food. And if you're in other parts of the world, that would mean absolutely nothing to you. So, step 1, phase 1 of our haulage company. I'm sorry, KJ Wiggums, I'm not stepping on your toes. This is very English. I wouldn't dream of taking over your haulage business. You are the master. So what I need to do now is see if I'm going to do another one up to the garden centre. Now there's going to be people out there, I know there are, who are going to be watching going, it's ridiculous, it's stupid, you shouldn't get that amount of money. Maybe, maybe not. It's in the game, it's on the map, that's how I'm going to play it. Rather than do hours and hours of logging to start my map off, rather than doing, you know, how I've started Let's Plays in so many different ways. It's nice to do something a bit different. And haulage is how I'm starting this one. Then we're going to get some farm work done, and we're going to start expanding the farm. That's the plan. So fingers crossed this will let me do it a second time. Now obviously, to buy this was 25,000, which is cheap as chips. I could have leased it, which would have been even cheaper, and I could have done a couple of runs and then bought one outright. I didn't have to buy it straight away, but because I sold some of the farm machinery, I had enough to do that. That's kind of why I did it. It made sense to be able to do that. Let's bring that up here. And let's try, fingers crossed on this. Fingers crossed. Let's go. It turned. I can hear pumps and things working away. Oh yes. Oh yes. Right. Next though we'll go to the garden centre. I don't think any of the farms have them, and I don't think Windmill Hill has them where the chickens are. I will check as I'm driving around, I'll have a look, because you never know. We might get lucky. Will it let me start to fill already? Not yet. Well now. Fantastic. So yeah. Not conventional by any means, but this is going to work. Okay. Now you may have noticed from the thumbnail what I've kind of decided to do, what I'm aiming to do, hopefully. I did it on Lone Oak, on certain maps that have a, their own style of map name. Lone Oak Farm's got a very distinctive design, logo. What I'm going to try to do for 19 is every Let's Play I do have its own kind of, like Upper Lusatia I've used a certain font, and I tried to do that. Going through my maps I realised that I was getting a bit samey with the fonts I was using, and unfortunately on Share Factory on PlayStation you're kind of limited to which ones you've got and which ones you can use. So I thought what I would do is try something different, so I found online a little thing where you can make up safety signs and like almost like farm signs, not quite. So what I might do is each episode, garden centre, nearly missed it, is try some different ones out. I don't know, but they're all going to be Mercury Farms anyway. Just something a bit different, you know. Always up for trying new things. Now, this may be the same amount, it may be less. I really don't know how this is going to pan out. Again, fingers crossed. Second delivery of the morning. Symbols up, and away we go. Good thing about it is the water was free. So bottom line of it is, everything we make is extra. Oh man, alive. 42. Yeah. Loads and loads and loads and loads of people loved Sussex Farm. They loved what you could do on it. There were a few people that didn't like that aspect of it because they said it detracted from the farming, and you could do, you know. Jim has, like I said in my first look, Jim's very good at listening to feedback. And what is good about Jim as well is he doesn't make knee-jerk reactions. He doesn't suddenly go, I must change this, I must change that. He has a good think about it, he goes away, he'll often ask various different people their advice, what do they think if they're playing it, or they, you know, if they were going to play it, what would they prefer, what would they like. And then he'll go away and he'll make a measured decision, and he'll make some adjustments. On this one, he decided that he didn't want to have as many sell points as there were on Sussex, because on Sussex there were loads of them. He didn't want as many, but he wanted some. Now what will happen if I went away and got water and came back and did this again? It would be, you wouldn't get anywhere near as much money. Now, what I wasn't sure on my first look was, all of these are sell points. They're all sell points. The manure pile with the steam, awesome. Sell point, they're all sell points all around here. That's the pallet sell point. Obviously you can bring your fuel to that one, which I'm going to do at some point. Probably, I'm going to do it in a minute and see how we get on. There, and sell point for water, and the greenhouses you can also sell to. You can put manure and water into each of these greenhouses. That's going to be a bit of a big tanker for doing that with. But you can come up. That's why they've got these hazard boxes. You can put manure in here, you'll get paid for it. You put water in here, you'll get paid for it. And there are 6 of them. So whilst you don't actually own these, you won't get a revenue from them, you can sell to them. Which, again, it's brilliant. I love that. The whole idea is just genius. So, this will go back to... Is it going to go back to the main farm, or I'm going to take up to Hilltop? Haven't decided. And I think what we'll do... Try to get my directions sorted out here. That's the farm just there, isn't it? So if I go right, then straight away left. Then I think what we'll do... Let's get a plough on the go, shall we? Let's get some actual farming done. I know that works. That's fantastic. Like I say, as we go around, as this Let's Play kind of progresses, we'll see where and if there are any other sell points. MrSealyp transport haulage is well and truly underway. Do I have space in here? I'm trying to think what I had where. Got a couple of bits of equipment in there, but... Oh, actually, what I could do is back this in. Yeah, let's back this in where that was. I can always add some more storage. I just suddenly realised I've left the trailer, the tractor at the store, haven't I? That was not great. Should have gone way better than that. That'll do for the time being. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to head over there. Oh, that was one of... Oh, yeah, trouble is, if I show you, I'm going to lose part of my fence, aren't I? Let's give myself a footpath into a field. Something I forgot to show you, which I'm going to show you now. Someone's out shooting again. Is this. This is going to be another one of those first episodes that just goes on, because I'm just enjoying it. Now, I know on my first look I got a steal. I don't know. McCulloch. Let's go for McCulloch. Don't know why. So, what I did was took the whole fence post off. And when you take the whole fence post off, it takes the fence post and the barbed wire. What Jim said to me is, if you just do the very top... Now, he said the very tip. Don't know if it means when you first do it or just need to come right up. But I'll try the very top and see how we go. If I take the very top off... like so, fingers crossed this works. There you go. The post stays intact, you just lose the very tip and the barbed wire goes. So if you're just trying to make an entrance and you don't want loads of logs laying all over the place, you can do that. So I could take off another tip there. Actually no, that's the tip I want to take off because it goes to the left. Take off that tip, that barbed wire will disappear. Then I could just remove that post if I want to. You don't have loads of posts everywhere. Someone did say you could come with the Rayboard Xylor. Yeah, of course you could. Come in with that. Use it as if you were just taking away trees. So just you can lop out whole fence lines incredibly quickly. So I've given myself a little walk through into the field. There you go. Lovely. Right, let's go and get this tractor. I'm very conscious of the fact I don't want to go way over time. I know a lot of people say we don't care, we're happy with watch an hour and a half for that kind of thing. And I suppose if I was streaming, then, you know, people would watch for far, far longer, but just incredibly conscious of not boring people now, I'm thinking, can I get from Hilltop round down to the main farm? I think I can. You know what? Let's do that. So first turning on the left here, out of the store, we have got Mercury, Hillside, not Hilltop, sorry, Mercury Hillside Farm. So this is where the Case Optum is. I kind of thought this would be my farm, or where I live. They're all part of the sort of same estate kind of thing. So I made sure everything was built here, and I bought the Case Optum. And what I did as well, I know it's actually not far away from the store, it seems a bit ridiculous, but what I did do was grab myself a toolbox. So I bought a toolbox, which was what, 1,000 I think it was, and put it in here so I could take the twins off this and put normal ones on, just for the time being, just to get myself around. But I suppose what I could do is take the toolbox to the main farm, and then we can do any work we want there. Don't know how this is going to work, but let's, if I can, I'll just throw it into the back of there and then I can tip it later, maybe. Oh, come on. Don't want to throw it in. It'd be nice if you could just put me in the cab, wouldn't it? Will that let me throw it? It's in. That'll do. So, if we come out the back of Hillside, Mercury Hillside Farm, and I think we'll go along to this track here, then we'll take a left. It should take us down, I think. The sound effects again are just amazing. Jim does such a good job at this. Look at that. Looks brilliant. There's parts where you walk past the trees and you can hear the wind whistling in the trees. The shotgun sounds, the aircraft, the motorbike every now and again. You know, and I think one of the things Jim wanted to do sorry, I was just listening out for the trees and stuff, was make sure, because one of the complaints back on Sussex was that the sound effects were too regular, too often, and it got irritating. So he's adjusted that. You know, he's incredibly good at listening, and I love that. That's really, really cool. There we go, back to the main farm. So all I'll do is tip the toolbox out. Ultra realistic, but you know, I haven't really got anywhere else I could put it. We've got plenty of space here. We can put some more barn space, sheds, storage, whatever we want. I need to pick one of these to be a workshop. I might take the plough and cultivator out of there maybe, or just put it to one side actually. Let's tip that, hopefully it comes out. If it doesn't, I've got to go in there fishing for it. Come on. Out you come. Nice, we'll move that in a second. So, what I did want to check is... Goes around the other side. Hang on. Where's my... Oh, there it is. What crops can we store? I forgot that in my first look as well. So, let's have a look. Wheat, barley, canola, sunflowers, soybean, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, sugar cane, manure, nice, total mixed ration, fantastic, chaff, wood chips, silage, straw, pig food, grass, hay. Oh, it takes everything. 500,000 litres. Jim, you're a star. I am happy. Brilliant. That makes life so much easier when you can store things. Really does. So I'm just bringing all this equipment back and I haven't actually got anywhere to put it at the moment. Let's just... I don't know. I'm so confused. Right, let's move that to one side here. I think what I might do is exchange that normal plough, and I might get the Ray Board Xylor, you know, and use that as a plough. That's definitely up on my list of favourite, or not favourite mods, but most used. Certainly, I use that a lot. So let's go to our field here. which is withered, unfortunately. And let's get some ploughing started, shall we? We need to get some ploughing done in this first episode. So, let's get right to the edge. Because that's fairly narrow. I think it's only a 2 metre one, is it? Something like that. We'll get this ploughed out. Then we'll get something spread on it. I think what I'll probably do is get myself... organise, speak to, see if there's a chain anywhere for Sengstock's Organics or Sengstock Slurry. We'll see. We'll get a slurry point put in somewhere, I think, on the map. That will make life a little bit easier, so I can get on with slurrying fields and stuff. So I prefer doing that to fertilising. I like the slurrying and muck spreading. Now this is going to turn round well inside at either end, which is fine. And then what I'll do... Whoa, hang on, what happened there? That's not going to work very well. Right, first things first. This one doesn't turn over, does it? I don't think. Because otherwise it would have done on the worker, wouldn't it? Yeah, I may well take this and... How much is the Xylor? Where will that be under? Forestry equipment? 38,000. Well, I've got a bit of money there. There's no reason why I can't, actually. I think I might... Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's make life a bit easier for ourselves. Right, 12. While I'll take this back, I'll move the toolbox when I come back and do a bit of tidying. We've done a little bit. We've done a little bit of transport. We've made a tiny little bit. Well, I say tiny. We made a good little bit of money, actually. A good little bit of money. Does that make sense? Bit of an oxymoron, but never mind. I hope you've enjoyed this first episode. I've cleared up a few bits and bobs that I missed. I hope it's a little bit clearer, certain things that I didn't add or say or do. If you have enjoyed this, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. If you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.